All right, guys, back with episode 17. This one's going to be a juicy one. Probably, kind of a being on a dead horse here, man, but let's talk about 9/11, man.
9/11. So we want to be very clear that we understand that some people take 9/11 pretty serious, and there's people that probably lost loved ones. So if you did lose a loved one, we're sorry. Thank you. Their memory will never be forgotten.
Of course not, man.
But there's always a but.
Yep.
There's always a but.
Yep.
So naturally, now that you look around and things are happening in the world and things are coming out, they're starting to notice that there was a lot of conspiracy around 9/11, and a lot of things are starting to get tied into it. And like I said, this is all hearsay.
Yeah.
Let's just make this very clear. It's all hearsay, conspiracy, right? That it was a psyop.
I'm sure it was.
That it was a psyop. So these are a few things, and this is just where were you on 9/11?
Shit, I remember exactly where I was, dude. I was in my BCIS class, man, my typing class in high school.
Yeah. And what did you do?
Sat there and watched, man. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I kind of didn't have any idea what was going on. Besides seeing the buildings fall, and the tragedy.
Right.
But my mind wasn't like it is now.
Right.
My first thought was just like, holy shit, But it wasn't like, I wasn't sitting there thinking and be like, oh, damn, what are they going to say now? What are they going to blame it on? No. I was just shocked, honestly, man. I had no idea what to even think.
Yeah. So I'll tell you where I was at. And this was weird, man. I'll never forget it. I went to school, whatever, and we had passing class. And usually the school I went to, it was a lot of kids. Yeah. I'd say about 700 kids. And it was 12th grade through 9th.
Yep.
And I was going to my Spanish class. And usually in passing periods, it was just so packed. And everybody would just hang out for a minute because we had 5 minute, whatever.
Yeah,
go get a Coke and, whatever. And, dude, when I got out of my class, I was in English. And there was nobody in the hallway. Like, there was nobody in the hallway. I was like, what the hell's going on? And I started seeing people run to their class, like, because all our school, I don't know how it is now in school. Yeah. But when we were in school, they had, like, the news going or whatever. And, dude, everybody was surrounded by the TVs. When I walked in my Spanish class, everybody was watching. Everybody turned up. It was top news, right? Yeah. And I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. I didn't know what to think. Nobody knew what to think. Yep. It shook the world. It shook America. It did. It really did. It shook the shit out of the American people. It scared a lot of people. Yep. And naturally, you had the firefighters and all the first responders, everybody up in New York. It was New York, right? Yeah. And, dude, it was crazy. And one thing I sat there and I didn't, like you said, my mind wasn't right. Yeah. Because I didn't, I was 18, 17, dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's about that. I mean,
I wasn't really worried about politics. No. I was more about, doing schoolwork. I was a fucking nerd in school, bro. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I was a nerd. And next thing you know, things are coming out now, and I'm just like, man. And after a while, I started thinking. Because at first, it grabbed the hearts of the American people, bro. It really did.
Yeah, man, there was teachers crying, man. There was, adults. I'm going to say adults, grown adults. Mostly the teachers, the staff, dude. There was staff crying, bro.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I remember our class, we didn't really talk about nothing, really.
We didn't do nothing all day.
No, it was crazy. Yeah. And we just sat there and watched TV.
Yeah, we just watched the news.
Yeah, and it was nuts and it was crazy. But now that things are coming out in the wash, and I noticed that there was a lot of things that didn't make sense. So the first thing that got hit were the trade centers, right? Yep. The trade centers. Well, that's big business, right? Well, now that it's coming out, they were saying something about America had defaulted on either on their debt or something with their finances had fucked up. Yeah. We had fucked up somewhere. And how do you get rid of stuff? You burn it. Mm-hmm. You get rid of that shit. And I'm not saying, it was a total plan. No, it's just stuff that makes you think.
Yeah.
What happened? Why did they burn it down? Why did it, because naturally, when a vehicle hits, and we see it here all the time, when there's a wreck, there's fucking debris everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So whenever the planes hit the towers, I don't remember them pulling airplane stuff out of there.
No. You're right, man.
Because if you look at the videos, it got hit by a wing. Mm-hmm. The wing hit him. And then the other one came, and I think that one more or less hit the nose. Yeah. But where was the debris of the rest of the plane? It didn't explode out.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the Pentagon. When the Pentagon got hit.
That one right there was...
That one's crazy,
damn,
right?
Dude, yeah.
Because that one right there, that made me really think. I'm like, okay, a plane hit it, right? Mm-hmm. But then they were real quick to hang an American flag over that. Now there's a conspiracy about the area it hit. Mm-hmm. What was it? They said that was like some part of the financial system.
Yeah, they kept some deep files in there, man.
Yeah.
I guess it was financial files or whatever.
Yeah. And then on top of that, where was the plane debris on that one?
I didn't see any.
I didn't see shit. Mm-mm. But for you to cover a hole, a perfect hole.
And then the whole plane wasn't going to fall apart.
No.
I mean, you still had the tail end,
Yeah.
You could have seen some shit there. Luggage, whatever.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, now that we're a lot older, man, a lot of things don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
And at the time, that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. When your mind is vulnerable, your mind goes fucking nuts. Mm-hmm. It's like perfect example, man. You come home and you find your door wide open.
Oh yeah.
Your mind starts fucking
going crazy.
Is there somebody in there? Did somebody come in here? What did they see? You feel very fucking violated.
Yep.
And it's the same thing with that, dude. Our minds, not mine and yours, but some of the older people that, might have lived through some shit before that, back in the 60s and so on and so on. Yeah, I can see where their mind was at. Their mind was fucking going nuts. Yeah. But now that, we look back on it, man, like you're saying, dude, there's a lot of shit that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, for one, dude, there was 3 buildings that fell. There's the towers and then building 7. And I think they even said that, I don't know, I may be wrong. Building 5 even got hit.
Right.
But now this wasn't the first attempt on the towers. I think in the 90s they had one already.
Oh, really? See, I didn't know that.
It was in the basement.
Oh.
That set off I think it was a van with explosives. Uh-huh. But even that didn't even rock the building. They said that pretty much didn't do much to it. But to me, man, it just didn't make sense that first of all, they invaded the airspace.
Yeah.
So either we were really vulnerable and lied to about our, national security, or somebody let it happen. And then we've heard that before where they said, they told the fighter jets, you're grounded, you're not moving.
Yeah.
Regardless, I don't care. The other thing is they found, was it a passport or green card or something of one of the hijackers. Mm-hmm. And all that debris.
Yeah. How?
Exactly.
In that rubble.
And apparently those dudes were supposed to be at the front of the plane because they were holding the pilot hostage and making sure nobody could get to the cockpit.
Yep.
So if that dude was at the point of impact, how did that happen?
Physics, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how else would? You're right. Mm-hmm. If they, it's just like, prime example. If we were in a wreck, mm-hmm. what's going to take the impact first? The drivers.
Yeah, because we're at the front.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and and those are the oddities, bro. Those are the oddities that they can't and they won't.
No.
Ever come out and say.
No, and they hide behind national security. Mm-hmm. It's all redacted. It's all blacked out. You can't see nothing.
Right.
Because it's national security.
Yeah.
That's what they hide by.
Yep.
And you got to think, man. Again, like I said, the Pentagon got hit. How vulnerable were we really? How vulnerable are we now?
Exactly. It's scary.
Yeah.
And you sit there and you look at a lot of the movies There's a lot of movies about that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Yep.
Olympus Has Fallen. Mm-hmm. That's a crazy movie. I got scared when I watched that one, honestly. I was just like, damn, this shit can happen.
Yeah.
Because how many people we have come in our country just to visit, you know, and shit like that. Yeah. We always have different leaders coming in, you know, checking the Americans out, saying, oh, yeah, you know, we show them a lot of our technology, what we got, you know. And next thing you know, who's to say that that can't happen? That would suck if it did.
For who, though?
For us.
Yeah, it would suck in a way for the country.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit who they take out. Whoever the puppet is, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because, again, okay, perfect example. The guy with the knife. What was it, 2 years ago, a year ago, or whatever? The guy that, it might have been longer than that. He jumped the fence. He had a knife. I guess he was going to try to kill Trump. I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
Look how quick they neutralized that guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's the fucking White House. I get it.
Yeah.
You know? So, again, were we vulnerable? Or did they let it happen?
Yeah. Well, there was another one that happened here recently. Well, it's not recently. I guess whenever Joey took office, you know, there was a guy talking about on social media that he was on his way to handle the issue. Yeah. And they caught his ass with an arsenal of fucking guns. They caught him like 2 or 3 states before he even got there.
Was he part of the, you know?
I don't know.
Was it a selling point?
Who knows?
Exactly.
Who knows?
Remember, it was, I think it was sometime this year, might have been a month or 2 ago, when Jen Psaki was talking about, she was talking on the podium and they heard the jets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And everybody was like, whoa, that's a no-fly zone, blah, 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 blah. We don't know shit anymore, dude.
No.
We don't.
Peppermint patty.
You know, we don't, dude. You know, because again, she made a comment about it. And she was like, no big deal, you know. She just laughed about it, shrugged it off, whatever. In true reality, bro, had that have happened, people would have been running, ducking for cover.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been that calm situation where everybody's just kind of looking at each other like, what the fuck, you know?
But see, that brings up another thing. Just like you see all over this fucking social media. They supposedly have a prop White House.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Tyler Perry's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, from what I understand, it's out in the remote area somewhere.
So they say.
So they say. But see, that's what I don't get, dude. And this is one thing I don't get. And I'm not trying to steer away from the 9/11 shit. But if everybody knows that there's a prop Oval Office or a prop whatever, and you have all these reporters there, who's to say that they're not in on the shit either?
They gotta be.
Because they gotta say, hey, we're gonna do a press conference at this place.
Yep. Nobody says why?
Yeah. Nobody says why. Oh, well, why are we meeting in the remote area? Why are we going to this place? Why shouldn't it be at the spot in DC? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just if I was to sit there and say, hey, Epi, we're going to have a cookout. Come by. Okay. But we're going to have it at this place. Okay. And it's a different house.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, I don't even know these people.
Yeah, like, hey, dude, how are you hosting a party here or a cookout? Yeah. It's not even your house.
Right.
You know, you get what I'm saying? And it's stuff like that that makes people question our system.
Yeah.
But as far as the 9/11 stuff concerned, when they started clearing out a lot of the debris, steel is steel, bro.
Yeah.
America, whenever we build something in America, there's a lot of standards, just like in our industry, right?
Yep.
You can't use a certain type of steel. You can't use a certain type. Hell, chains, bro.
Yeah.
Your chains have to be a certain type of metal.
And rated.
Rated, pulled, whatever. So there's a lot of little regulations, so to speak.
Yeah. With
another agency that overlooks it all. You know what I'm talking about. Yep. And they came out and said, you know, hey, you know, this is... When you build a skyscraper, dude, there's a lot of... And I know this, well, I saw it on documentaries like on Discovery Channel, where the system itself has a counterbalance system to where with the wind and it keeps it from breaking, you know, shit like that. Yep. So it's not built.
No.
It's not built with like sticks and fucking glue.
The Three Little Pigs didn't build that one.
The last little pig built that motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Not the first two.
But you get what I'm saying? So now that they're coming out and they're saying, oh, well, there's videos of how like steel was cut